Ladies and gentlemen, I explained in my last segment that Kevin McCarthy could lose his speakership if the rules package fails. Now, I want to just kind of focus on that a little bit more because it's very important. He needs 218 Republicans to back a rules package that favors Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Chip Roy, and the most passionate and idealistic and rational, especially in this day and age, logical supporters of President Trump, but also conservatives who want to address issues that we face, from inflation to national security issues, and also declassified documents on investigations into Trump, and also the ability to remove McCarthy with just one Republican. So just one Republican can remove the Speaker of the House. McCarthy is a speaker in name only. And so I might not have been clear in my last segment, although I think that segment is doing well. I want to just make this clear. So tomorrow, on Monday, the rules package, the concessions that McCarthy promised Matt Gaetz, will be voted on. Now you have The Guardian. I read a USA Today article prior, and the segment prior, the video prior to this one. After chaotic week, McCarthy faces new battle as House votes on rules package. Some Republicans indicate they may withhold support unless details of concessions made to hardline lawmakers are unveiled. The interesting thing is that these moderate Republicans just fall in line anyway, so they don't really care. They don't want to be viewed as preventing or blocking work to be done. So Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert and Chip Roy and Andy Biggs and Steve Scalise, or actually Steve Scalise, and others, they were principled and said, look, you're not going to be a Nancy Pelosi. You're not going to be a Paul Ryan. We're not going to have a party boss running the show. We're going to run the show. We're going to run the House of Representatives. And so they got a whole bunch of concessions. They got a whole bunch of amazing concessions. Okay? Now, what's taking place is you might have a situation where moderate Republicans say, we don't want these concessions that McCarthy promised Matt Gaetz. I tried to explain this in my last segment. I don't know if I did. They're voting on it for tomorrow. They need 218. All you need is about 4 or 5 or 6 moderate Republicans, or Republicans, let's say in name only, to refuse the rules package, which would be another hilarious and chaotic nightmare, but it would be interesting because you're not going to anger or insult the 20 Republicans that were promised these concessions from McCarthy. All you would do would be allowing them to make even more demands to ensure that something like this never happened, to ensure that a revolt from the moderates, the people who revere and worship media, the people who don't want negative media coverage. These people usually fall in line, but a pushback from them would cause Matt Gaetz to say, hey, you know what? We want to make sure that these people can't prevent any of the concessions we were promised from being enacted into the rules package or into how the Republican Congress functions. So we want even more concessions to ensure that moderates don't ruin things. So we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. Hit subscribe to this channel. Be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every morning, forever on this channel. If you're watching Democrat, Republican, Socialist, Communist, Conservative, God bless you. It doesn't matter who you are. I want you to have a beautiful, beautiful year and week. And thank you for watching, and God bless you. Um, to my super thanks that's below, next to the like and the share buttons, become a member. Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing on the Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, other publications, and you could become part of a newsletter there. And to my new Patreons, thank you. I cannot thank you enough, everybody. Your Patreon support is greatly appreciated, and that's below in the description and pinned comment. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm a completely independent content creator, and your support is just essential. So he could lose a speakership with a vote of no confidence after a debacle in the House rules vote. So he's Speaker of the House now, and this is unlikely. Okay, I'm just giving this scenario because the likely scenario is that it passes without a problem. A very good chance is that it doesn't pass, and there's an issue with moderate Republicans, because I'm reading these articles talking about moderates pushing back and trying to form their own little, protest or demonstration, because they don't like the fact that Trump Republicans have taken over. Then what could take place is retribution. If the rules package doesn't work out, and if he doesn't give everything that he conceded to, you might get Matt Gaetz leading the charge to just kick McCarthy out. And that's after the rules package is eventually passed, with any concession to moderates, which would be a removal of concessions to Trump Republicans. And I'm just giving all of these different scenarios because it's somewhat like palace intrigue. And these are things that could take place. The greatest concession that McCarthy has given is the one Republican who could begin a vote of no confidence and get other Republicans to rally around another Speaker of the House. I actually think McCarthy will do very well this year. I think that he knows that what he's done is for the good of the country. He's a political creature. We know that. That's fine. But now he's a political creature with incentive. The incentive is for him to always play ball with Trump Republicans, and to allow them to really decide the future of the Republican Party. It behooves him in terms of keeping his job. We'll see what the Republicans, let's just say in name only, or the moderates, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It'll be very interesting. Of course, I'll definitely be, giving you the play-by-play tomorrow. But it's something to look at. There's also the issue, which is a really, really important issue, and I'll talk about that tomorrow morning. One of the concessions this year is the fact that Republicans will get declassified documents. They will get documents that Democrats do not want people to see. They'll get documents that Democrats have tried to prevent people from looking at, pertaining to investigations of Trump. So that is very important, because what they don't want you to see gives you a much more accurate picture. So the people who misinform the most are the people who want to suppress information from the American public. You saw what took place with Twitter. You saw what took place with government agencies and Twitter and the Democratic Party silencing 250,000 conservative and Republican accounts, and also, of course, the New York Post. So that is a big issue, huge issue, and I'll talk about that tomorrow at 8 a.m. on this channel. Be here tomorrow at 8 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, and 11 a.m. Pacific time every morning. Set your clock to 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. I would love to share the mornings with you. And also on H.A. Goodman's other channel, subscribe there. at 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. forever on this channel. So you will have always, you can always start your morning with these videos and me giving my analysis. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.